Good afternoon, Facebook friends. This is Dee-Dee Devon of Divine Intervention, Lifestyle, and Nutrition Health Coaching. Today, with my Wednesdays, Walk Your Talk, Women's Wisdom on what works and what doesn't. I waited till a little later in the day to do my video because I have some construction going on in my house and I was hoping they'd be finished by now. But they're not, so hopefully that won't interfere with us here. But today I wanted to offer you a special challenge. I want to dare you. I want to dare you to be great because the way you see yourself influences every area of your life. Your identity determines whether or not you'll be happy, successful, full of hope, and able to use your God-given gifts and talents for great things. The media, on the other hand, the opinions of others, past painful experiences, are all hard at work to conceal your true identity. The solution? I'm glad you asked. Self-compassion, self-care, and self-love. It's a series of choices, a moment-by-moment conscious turning away from that which will harm your spirit towards that which will nourish and sustain you. It is choosing in any particular situation over and over again whether you'll treat yourself well or beat yourself up, whether you'll deny yourself or treat yourself as lovingly as you treat a child or your most precious friend, or even your pet, or even your car. Self-love means looking at yourself with kindness and conscious awareness of your sufferings, and in time with deep appreciation for the way you have transformed them. Imagine a future version of you having what you want. Now, imagine that future version is looking back at you. Here, now. What advice does that future version have for the you here, now? I have a lot for my younger self. What does that future version require? What does that future version believe? So, if you were a plant, what kind of soil? What kind of water? What kind of tender love and care? For you, what kind of people? Influencers, thinkers, believers, lovers. What does that future version require? And what is the step to cultivate that now? While traveling in Italy a few years ago, I needed a doctor and I met with a holistic physician. And being the healthcare advocate that I am, I had to ask him what he found to be the most prevalent problem in his medical practice was. And he said, without an instant's hesitation, that people don't know how to love themselves. I just have to breathe that one in. Whether this rampant lack of self-love takes the form of physical affliction, obesity, addiction, and the myriad ailments which have at their source an unresolved emotional issue, as in the doctor's practice, or whether it expresses itself as so-called psychological problems such as low self-esteem, relationship difficulties, problems with money, it's clear that there's an epidemic in our inability to love ourselves. So many of us invest a fortune making ourselves look good to the world on the outside. Yet, inside, we're falling apart. It's time to invest on the inside. When we invest on what is going on inside of us, then the outside truly begins to shine in the most effervescent of ways. And that's, my love, why I created my Walk Your Talk, Beach Walking and Talking program. I also like to call it my Self-Love Club, to create a safe space for women to gather and learn and share without guilt or shame on how to make themselves a priority. Another way I like to say that is love themselves into health, happiness, and wholeness. You can love others, care for them, encourage them, support them, listen to them, comfort them, joke and argue and cry with them. And I hope you do. But all the gifts and joys and consideration and nurturing that you give to others, you also deserve from yourself. You need the love that only you can give you. I have a friend who asked me the other day, because my husband's out of town this week on work, if I missed him. And I'm like, yeah, I miss him. I love him. But I'm also fine without him. He doesn't make or break me, and my happiness isn't dependent on him. I actually really hope he has a good time. They say the best time in life to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And the second best time in life to plant a tree is today. So don't wait. Believe in yourself. Don't wait. Lose the guilt. Don't wait, because there's no one in this world like you. So don't wait. Self-love is our fuel. It's the foundation of who we are. It's our essence. It's our birthright. Everything builds on top of this foundation, and if it isn't solid, life feels shaky. For those of us who have experienced the power of self-love, we can agree that the effects can often feel quite magical. The moment we start loving ourselves, we experience shifts, positive shifts. Life begins to move forward with more ease, and things begin to magically just fall into place. Relationships improve, health improves, and life begins to feel good. Really, really good. And I would say ridiculously good. If you want to know your greatness, stop asking for permission. Or if you need permission, I'm giving it to you now. I've designed this program to be affordable, time efficient, easy, and most importantly, fun. Check out the link attached to this video for all the details. Space is limited, and the first session begins the first week of June. I can't wait to walk on the beach. So I'm excited. If this is resonating with you, a part of you knows this to be true. And as they say, the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. William Shakespeare. And so here I am, and I hope you answer the call to your best life ever. Namaste.